Alex never had a chance, as this defendant blasted her from behind with such force that her body was thrown 167 feet.
Jim Corasanti felt fine. He wasn't drunk. He wasn't impaired. He was not affected by anything that he had to drink that night.
It's his job to save lives. Dr. James Corasanti is accused of hitting an Amherst teen, Alexandria Rice, on Heim Road last summer and leaving her to die. News 4's Rachel Kingston reports Corasanti will take the stand to explain himself at the manslaughter trial that opened today.
The court heard two big surprises as the manslaughter trial of Dr. James Corasanti got underway. First, prosecutor James Barnese dropped a bombshell. Another passing motorist and his wife witnessed the accident in which 18-year-old Alexandria Rice was killed.
We know Alex could be seen because you will hear that, in fact, Alex was seen. Alex was seen by people in a different car only seconds before she was killed by this defendant.
Defense attorney Joel Daniels countered with a dramatic revelation of his own.
I tell you now, no if, no ands, no buts. Jim Corasanti will testify. You can go to the bank on it. And why is that? Because he's waited these 10 months. He wants to tell you what happened that night.
News 4 legal analyst Terry Connors also represents the Rice family in a civil lawsuit against Dr. Corasanti.
This is the way a trial should be. You have good lawyers on one side, good lawyers on the other side. You have a judge that really is running a good courtroom. So now it's up to the witnesses.
Prosecutors will argue Corasanti was drunk, speeding, and texting at the time of the crash, and that he intentionally drove away, knowing he had struck Alex Rice.
Tragic decisions made criminal by the multiple, stupid, and selfish, and quite simply, avoidable choices of this defendant.
But he did know his car hit something. He didn't know what it was. If he knew he hit a person, he'd have stopped his car. No question about it.
The witnesses who testified today included Rice's father, who tearfully recounted hugging her body in a hospital bed, and the server who made Corasanti's drinks at the Transit Valley Country Club that night. The trial resumes at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Live, Rachel Kingston for the 10 o'clock news.
Thank you, Rachel. You can see today's opening statements at WIVB.com, and News 4's Luke Moretti will be in the courtroom to bring you daily updates as the trial of Dr. James Corasanti unfolds.